Hi, this is Chris Gulley here. I'm just doing an update on my previous introduction to what I'm doing here on YouTube, and so I thought I'd just give you that update. I just want to give you a little of my background. I was a songman at York Minster for 15 years, mostly under the direction of somebody I like to count as a friend, Philip Moore. Then there was a short time under the dynamic leadership of Robbie Sharp. Unfortunately, by this time, Parkinsons was making it more and more difficult to cope with the rigours of 8 weekly services at that level. Thus it was with a heavy heart that I decided to retire back to my roots in Devon. The idea of developing a YouTube channel for the purpose of raising funds was born out of need, necessity and opportunity. The need was born out of my need to do something useful with my time, having had to retire early. The necessity is the obvious need to raise funds for the research into the very disease with which I am afflicted. The opportunity arises from the technology now available to do it. There is also a fourth component, the ability to do it. I have begun to realise over the past year that miraculously the Lord appeared to be restoring my ability to sing more and more clearly and strongly. The only fly in the ointment is the unpredictability of my bodily movement. This has caused me to shy away from committing to paid solo engagements as I used to do for my agent Concert Directory International with choral societies across the country. The beauty of the YouTube phenomenon is that I can perform record on there at times when my movement is good. Consequently, out of the marriage of need and opportunity was born my YouTube channel. I have endeavoured to record as wide a variety of genre as I feel capable of doing well, in order to attract as wide an audience as possible. But I still regard traditional church music to be my core material. However, I have had a wide range of musical influences in my life, and so I have tried to reflect this also. It was relatively late that I came to develop my deep affection for the canon of English church music during my time at York. I am carrying this on now at a more leisurely pace in the parish church choir of St Margaret's in Topsham, where we try to maintain traditional values in music and worship, and also the St Peter's Singers at Exeter Cathedral, which is effectively the voluntary choir, standing in 3 or 4 times a month for the full-time choir. I can't pretend that my condition doesn't occasionally impinge on my capability, but I am lucky to have found 2 such able and sympathetic leaders as Tony Yates at Topsham and David Davis at the Cathedral, who are patient and supportive of my lesser moments. Tony has even got me back doing solos. I'm shortly to sing Stanford in G Nunc Dimittis, and on Good Friday I'm singing the bass solos in Stainless Crucifixion. Tony's got backup in case I have a funny 5 minutes. I'm hoping to put both of these on my YouTube channel in due course. My earliest influences were formed in the Salvation Army, where I was in a thriving junior choir of 30 boys and girls, and a junior band of 20 plus, where I rose to the dizzy heights of solo trombone. A love of the Army's music remains to this day. Of course, my professional training at the Royal College of Music also had a great influence on my musical tastes, as did my stint in HM Grenadier Guards Band, where I was band vocalist and trombonist. We covered a wide range of music from the classics to the more popular, as well as stirring military music. Although I have a Just Giving page for those who wish to make direct donations, the main thrust has been to create such an amount of activity on the channel that it attracts advertising revenue to be directed on through to the charity. Today we have had up to 2,500 viewings and 53 subscribers. This is good, but we need more subscribers. I have tried to make this as easy as possible by putting clickable subscribe buttons on each video. I would be grateful for any feedback on the ease of the use of this facility. Some people have had problems with having to sign up to Google to make this work. Another issue is that it works on PCs and laptops, but not tablets and smartphones. Once again, many thanks for this opportunity. I look forward to sharing this adventure with you either on Facebook, or perhaps you might like to visit my website, hearmysongs.org, to find out more about this project and to follow my blog. There is a direct link to the songs on the first page. There are 24 songs so far. Why not check out some of the songs you have not heard, or revisit ones you like? Each song is a labour of love, sometimes taking several hours to produce a result with which I am reasonably satisfied. Any activity in which you engage, that is listening, preferably all the way through because Google logs the amount of time listened to, not just the clicks, sharing the links with friends, liking, commenting and particularly subscribing, all make a contribution to the success of the project. Thank you for your time and may I wish you happy listening.